Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. Come to Osaka. This is the third most popular city in Japan, and it is famous more than anything for its incredible food scene. It is known as Japan's kitchen, and lots of the iconic Japanese dishes and foods were actually born here in Osaka. So whilst I'm here, I am going to be trying out all of the famous dishes that Osaka has to offer. The first stop has to be the Kuribon Ichiban Market. Known as the nation's kitchen, this place has everything, all ingredients and fresh produce. So I think it's going to be a great way to sort of understand what Osakan cuisine is all about. Okay, well this looks like juicy sort of scallops. I think I'm going to have to try one of these seafood skewers because it smells delicious. I love the way he's dressing it with soy sauce and then using a blowtorch to sort of finish it off. These are some of the biggest scallops I have ever seen. From Japan? Yeah. Okay, arigatou gozaimasu. Here we go. Those scallops are so fresh. Oh my God, that is absolutely divine. So here you've got so much seafood. Honestly, it's making me so hungry. And they're selling trays of sashimi. I'm just looking at the tuna ones now. They look absolutely delicious. Thank you. This is great, being able to eat sashimi in the market like this, surrounded by people cutting up fresh fish. Look how rustic this all is. It is so fresh and the tuna is so creamy, like it literally melts in my mouth. What can I say? That is absolutely fantastic. They have oysters here, very, very big oysters.
They're same.
They're same?
Or salty.
Two, please. Salty, yeah.
Medium large.
Medium, please, yes. Very impressed by how big they are because in the Mediterranean they are so much smaller. Okay, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. A little tiny bit of lemon juice. Okay, that's it. These are huge. He said these were the medium. Oh, it tastes like just like the sea. It's so salty. The texture of the oyster is so smooth and creamy. Wow. So fugu, or pufferfish in Japan, is a sort of delicacy and it's eaten here in the form of sashimi and things like that. But get this, it's so dangerous and it's so toxic. It's poisonous, basically, the fish, so it can kill you. Any chef who prepares it has to undergo rigorous training and get a certification to actually prepare pufferfish. They're selling it for about £60.
No poison. Maybe.
So how do you know there's no poison?
Poison in liver.
In the liver? So you take the liver out?
Yes.
Has anyone ever died eating it?
Today is okay.
Today?
Tomorrow.
I don't think I'm brave enough to eat pufferfish. I don't trust anybody, quite frankly, but it's really great to actually see it. This looks like a very popular joint selling all sorts of fish, oysters, clams, scallop, shrimp, lobster, octopus, crab, fresh abalone. It's endless, and look at them just grilling juicy crab legs. I think I should get a crab leg. Thank you.
You're finished.
Arigatou gozaimasu. It's a nice juicy piece of meat. I love the way they grill it over the fire, so it gives it a very smoky finish. I love how meaty it is.
Thank you.
Very old school market feels here, which I really enjoy. I love how cute this place is, so rustic. I think I'm going to have to try the sea urchin because they look delicious. Yay, he went for the biggest one. How amazing. See how he prepares it, I'm intrigued. So you can see that juicy meat underneath. Gorgeous bright orange colour. Okay, I'm going to try this very beautiful sea urchin.
Wasabi.
Wasabi.
Soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
Nori roll, very good.
Oh my gosh, wow. Oh, it's cold. Oh my gosh, that is so creamy. Creamy, cold, fresh, tastes like the sea. So good. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think I'm pretty full up, to be honest. I've had a lot of seafood, tried a lot of fish, and I think I'm very content. And I think it's been such an interesting experience coming to this market because it really showcases the best of Japanese and Osakan cuisine, especially how integral seafood and fish is to the Japanese table. Dotonbori, and this is the famous Dotonbori canal, and it is unreal. Like, there are just so many billboards with the most incredible lights ever, full of people. It's absolutely bustling. Dotonbori is known for its amazing street food, but I'm going to try to go to more off the beaten path places, not so touristy, because I really want to try the most authentic versions of the best street foods. So I'm heading to my first location to try one of the quintessential street foods. This place is unbelievable. It's like a huge entertainment district. There is so much to do here. So I am going to try one of Osaka's most iconic street food dishes, the takoyaki. Takoyaki is often called the soul food of Osaka, and I found this really authentic looking tiny hole in the wall place. There's literally only a couple of seats at the bar. So essentially, takoyaki are these pillowy, doughy balls, and then they've got chunks of octopus in them. On top, he's put a sauce, which is like a Worcestershire sauce, topped it with dried bonito flakes, which give it a very umami flavour. I mean, bonito flakes are basically kind of shaved, dried, fermented fish, and it's just all melting and gooey in the centre. As far as street food goes, this is pretty incredible. Well, it's definitely worth walking down Dotonbori Road because it is literally, reminds me of like a theme park, but a food theme park. And there are just giant sort of statues outside the restaurant, like the giant gyoza dumplings or a giant fish or a giant crab. So basically trying to entice you into their establishment to eat by putting these gigantic sort of statues of the food they're selling right outside. Giant ball of takoyaki, what we just ate. Personally, I think it's quite touristy and overpriced, so I'm going to go very close to here, but you know, once you go to the little alleys off the main strip, that's where you're going to find local, authentic food. Okay, so I think it's down this little alley, which is tiny. So this is what is so nice. This is called a yokocho, which is a very narrow alley, and it's so peaceful. Which is crazy, there's literally no one here considering all of the tourists in the main strip. I've come here for one of the most quintessential Osaka street foods, which is called the okonomiyaki. It is flour, egg, cabbage, all sort of fried, and then you have toppings, so you can choose what toppings that you want. I went for pork and kimchi, which is like pickled cabbage, and also shrimp and shiso, which is a Japanese herb, because I want to try that too. And then they smother it in like sauce, like a Worcestershire sauce, also mayonnaise. So they top them with dried bonito flakes, and that gives it very salty flavour, very umami. I can see them making the ones I ordered now. Okay, so they are finally ready, and I love the way they put them kind of right here on this hot griddle. This one is kimchi and pork belly. Oh wow, yeah. That is delicious. Fatty pork belly and then that salty fermented kimchi. Gonna try the shrimp and cheese one next. Hey. Oh yeah. That shrimp is delicious, you can see it there. Beautiful, you've got to try okonomiyaki. I think this is the soul food of Osaka. I hope you're enjoying the last Japan video. I'm back in London for the holidays now, and whilst I'm here, I'm taking advantage of some downtime to work on my website. I built my website using Squarespace, a website design company. They have hundreds of templates on their website that you can choose from, and from there, it's very intuitive as they walk you through the steps to set it up. Things like choosing a colour scheme and writing a bio. The feature that I'm really enjoying using at the moment is the analytics tool, because I can visit the analytics page from the back end and see how my website is performing. Things like monthly views, monthly performance comparisons, and where the traffic is being generated from. For me, having a professional looking website has helped me to get more sponsorships and subscribers because it's a great way to promote my brand. If you want to design a website for your passion project or business, I recommend checking out Squarespace. You get a free trial and you get an amazing 10% off using my code MeliniAngelica for your first website or domain when you visit squarespace.com/MeliniAngelica. So it's something to do over the Christmas holidays. I'm wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I will see you all again in 2024. Called Shinsekai at the moment, and I'm going to do a tour with Rakuten Travel Experiences, and it focuses on retro Osaka, the more off the beaten path neighbourhoods such as this one, which have a very interesting history. So I'm going to meet my guide right now.
So here is our first stop. Welcome to Shinsekai. Shinsekai translates as the new world, and it's been the new world since 1912. So it's kind of the old new world.
For like 100 years.
Yeah. Last time this area was renovated was the 1970s.
Now I'm just going to say this really does have like a very old school retro vibe.
It does, yeah. And this northern half where we are now is based on one famous world city. Any guess which one?
France.
Yes.
Paris.
Yes.
It was meant to be like the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, and many things you notice when you're here that Japan is in some aspects kind of stuck in the 20th century. So do you know what these are? They are called gacha gacha, or in English they just call them gacha pods.
So people just put the money in and get a toy?
Yeah, but if you look over here...
God, these look so retro. It's unbelievable, really.
So these are a bit different gacha. There's something a bit special about them. Any guesses what?
Are they giving out something dodgy?
So here you get, most of them, what you get are kinky female panties. So like lace thongs and G-strings and such, yeah?
So random.
You need a 500 yen coin, yeah?
Why?
I don't know, like a lot of people buy them, as you can see. Often as a joke, kind of, oh, how funny, I got panties. Most of the people that I see buying them are like young guys, for some reason find it funny.
I just think it's hilarious, but you would never think that walking by.
Here in the New World, it's especially famous for these game centers collect retro games.
Yeah.
So you see a lot of classics in here, like Super Mario, Street Fighter, Tetris, Pac-Man.
So weird. Honestly, it's kind of like a scary movie. One of the things that I've really noticed is lots of things feel very retro and very old school, almost like it's stuck in a time capsule of like 80s or 90s, like we've time traveled.
Yeah, there's many spots in Osaka like that that have kind of a time capsule function. Anyway, you see that neon sign over there?
Yeah.
That is what we call a love hotel.
Yeah. Well, I've heard that like space is very hard to come by here. People might live with their parents until they're very much older.
That's also a reason, but even if they have their own apartment, they might not want to do their business there.
So it feels like lots of things are done very discreetly and Japan.
Yeah.
This is so random, this place, by the way. I'm like, wow, it's really crazy.
Yeah, so, you know, like with the gacha, you have the regular ones and you have the adult ones. It's the same with this cinema. If you go upstairs, you go to the regular cinema. If you go downstairs, you go to the adult one.
To watch adult movies.
Yes.
Oh, that is hilarious. That is really funny.
And what's neat about it, you see they still hand draw the billboard.
Wow, okay, that's cool.
So what are they playing now? Dracula.
Dracula, yeah, it looks scary. It looks like a terrifying theatre.
Yeah, it's mostly old men that come here because I assume they probably haven't realized how to use the internet yet.
I mean, it looks like so old school.
It is old school. And they still hand draw the girls here as well.
That is really funny.
Now we are in the other half of the new world, the southern half.
Gosh, so you have a lot of restaurants here, so lots of entertainment.
Yeah, a lot of entertainment. You'll see cord guns, bow and arrows, old school pachinkos, but also many, many, many restaurants. And this place is not based on Paris, but a different city.
Now is it New York?
Yes, it is New York.
Yeah.
So it's based on Coney Island.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a theme park.
It was meant to probably look futuristic at the time.
Yes.
So you've seen the Japan is full of vending machines, right?
Yes.
They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
Now, most of these vending machines, as you notice, are for soft drinks, right?
Yeah, this is interesting. This one's got alcohol. We haven't seen too many with alcohol.
They removed a lot of them, so you see.
But you don't have to. You don't have to show any age verification.
What do you think this is?
Oh, okay.
If you look closely here behind,
It's broken. That's hilarious.
disconnected.
That's so funny.
This is just for show.
How funny.
If you want a beer or anything, go ahead, you can buy it.
Well, it's been very interesting.
Well, thank you very much.
Lots of eye-opening things. I just finished my tour with Sasha, which was very interesting, and I'm going to go to a place now and have one of the most typical Osakan foods, kushikatsu. It is basically deep fried skewers of meat and vegetables, so they're covered in beautiful batter. So the best way to eat kushikatsu is to douse it in some of this gorgeous sauce, which I think is a lot like soy sauce. And I got an assortment, which is like a very popular way of doing it. Then you get to try a bit of everything, a bit of meat and a bit of vegetables. Oh, some sort of meat. Half the fun is not knowing what the filling is. So you take a bite and you're like, oh, I wonder what it's going to be. Let's see what the ball is. No idea. I think that one's like a minced chicken. I think this one's sweet potato. Nice. I'm so glad I tried kushikatsu in this neighborhood. I think they do it best. And it's like they say, absolutely delicious. So here at the Umeda Sky Tower, you get this incredible 360-degree view of the city, and it's incredibly high up, so it's just an amazing vantage point. You can really kind of see some of the modern bits of Osaka, lots of high-rise buildings and lots of offices. So it's pretty amazing, and just the building itself and the structure is very unique. It really stands out in the Osaka skyline because, you know, you see it from outside, like two towers and then a circle in the middle, so it's very funky. Very kind of different to old school Osaka and the retro vibes of some parts of the city. prefectures or narrow lanes which are full of izakayas right by Juso station. You always find these places by the train stations because commuters, when they come back from work, they'll stop at these izakayas for a drink and some snacks. This one has a funny nickname. It's called Pea Alley. I don't know why. It doesn't smell like pea, but maybe back in the days that's what it was used for. Who knows? I'm just going to try some of the famous Osakan cuisine here. This is called a tachinomiya, which is basically a standing bar. It's like a subset of the izakaya, very popular here in Osaka. Basically, everyone's just standing along the counter, and you can just see there's a lot of locals here, a lot of people coming from the train station. They just stop by for a drink and some food. You find a lot of these izakayas are just, you know, very smoky, old men just smoking their cigarettes. So I went for a highball. It's basically Japanese whiskey mixed with soda water. He's drinking another very typical drink, which is chuhai, which I think is shochu, the typical liquor of Japan, which is base of sweet potato and soda.
Yes.
Have you finished work? After work? Yeah.
Every day.
Every day? Yeah, so that's the thing. A lot of people just used to coming on their way home from work and just dropping by to one of these izakayas, having something to eat, something to drink, and then going home. It's not a bad life, is it? Why is it called Pea Alley? Oh, after drinking. That's why it's called Pea Alley. Is that Oden? Oden.
Present.
Oh, arigatou gozaimasu. The famous oden. Boiled ingredients. So you can have boiled eggs, fish cakes. They're the fish cakes.
Spice.
Oh, spice. A bit of spice. And it's stewed in a light soy-flavored dashi broth. And dashi is fish. It's good. Oishi. All of the oden ingredients, no matter what they are, they have a very sort of rubbery texture. Oh, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. So this is the karage, the fried chicken. You know, it's good fried chicken when the skin is so crispy and hard, but then the inside of the chicken is so succulent. Kanpai, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you. I'm getting through the highballs very quickly, considering they're 7%.
My stance is the life without regrets.
Life without regrets. That's a good motto in life. Kanpai, kanpai. Okay, I just left the hustle and bustle, came down the side street, and I'm here for one thing and one thing only, and that is beef. Okay, so I've got my own private booth, and they've just brought a platter of beef. So you've got all different cuts, and this is both Wagyu and Kobe. It looks unbelievable. I have my own grill here, so I'm cooking it myself. Just me and loads of beef. So I'm just going to grease the griddle, and now I'm going to go for the marblier piece of steak. Do 2 at a time. Okay, it's quite smoky in here, hey? Now I'm going to turn them over. Wow, what a great way of cooking your own beef. Look at that. I think I'll dip this one in the ponzu. Wow. It's just like the flavour of the beef is so good. I mean, this is premium quality Wagyu and Kobe beef. I mean, it's so famous here. And when you try it, you really understand why. This has been an absolutely unforgettable experience here in Osaka, and I feel like I am in meat heaven, and I'm sure that when I'm done, I'm probably going to have or be in some sort of meat coma. I've done my fair share of eating here in Osaka, but it also has a thriving bar scene. So I'm going to check it out here in this nightlife district of Shinsei-bashi. Okay, this one, it's caught my attention. Bar Masuda, 1958, Harry Potter vibe. So I have ordered the creme d'orange, and they are bringing lots of things out, ingredients, and something that looks like a little mini stove, some spiced rum.
Coffee.
Wow. It is a whole performance here. So I am excited to see what they come up with. That's pretty cool. That has to be the party trick of the cocktail. It's like a dessert cocktail. Whoa. Perfect after dinner cocktail. Wow. Arigato gozaimasu. That is delicious. That is a real dessert cocktail. Wow, okay. So I think something big is about to happen because it's making room in front of me. Wow. Okay, that's amazing. I can literally feel the cold coming off the bowl. So I guess it's turning it all into sort of ice. Ooh, you can feel the cold. I've never had a cocktail that's completely frozen before. This is going to be my first time. Let's go for it. Let's have a little spoonful. Wow, it's sour. Ooh, it's like a sour bomb. It's really fantastic checking out the bar scene here in Osaka. You get some really great craft cocktail bars. So a great way to end my night and my time here in Osaka.